What is up, you guys? It is Sleepy Fox here. Gonna be doing a Let's Play of Enter the Gungeon with you guys. Pretty much the general overview in this episode and me playing through about the first chamber or so of the game. Today we're gonna be playing as the pilot, actually, not the marine, which is actually a very popular pick with most starting characters. But I'm going with the pilot mainly because let's go into the Manamacron, I don't even know how you say it, whatever it is called. And you start out with a regular pistol like every other class. Except for the Convict and Hunter, which Hunter starts with a crossbow, Convict starts with a shotgun. But with the pilot, you start out with a lockpick that actually makes it so then you can lockpick chests. And with that, where you don't need to use a key either, then with it you get the 4U, which is discounted prices at shops and stuff, which is very useful. And with that extra space too, so then you can have an extra active item compared to the other classes that can only have one active item at a time. But yeah, the other classes are good. My favorite would have to be the pilot, obviously. The marine is a very good starting class just because he gets the extra armor, the boosted stats, as in accuracy and damage, and the supply drop call-in, which he can call in ammo anytime he wants. The hunter's a more challenging class, mainly because you don't get any actual perks. All you get is your dog, which grabs items off the ground and credits as in the currency that you use to spend at the shop down in the Gungeon itself. Way over here on the right is the cultist. Actually, he's a co-op character. Co-op is only for local, sadly. It's not online. They do plan on adding it for online though, don't worry. But the cultist currently is only for local. And with him, you get the friendship cookie. With the friendship cookie, you can revive your teammate whenever you need to. And then way on the right there is the satchel. The satchel gives him boosted stats whenever he's by himself, and the teammate of his is dead, or out of the game, whatever you want to call it. Currently we're in the breach. The breach is pretty much the lobby area before you go into the Gungeon itself. I mean, here you pretty much have shops, you have characters that you can talk to, general tutorial over there. And then this right up here, this humongous looking bullet that has Egyptian looking markings on it almost, is the Gungeon itself, and these two scary looking dudes with the spears are the guards of the Gungeon itself. And up here, more shops in the doors there, I'm pretty sure. Haven't exactly unlocked everything yet, but as you get farther down into the Gungeon you unlock more and you see more characters that come back to the breach and you can talk to and shop with and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much a general overview of the breach here, general lobby area, and then out this door is back to the main lobby, or the main menu, sorry. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And with that though, we're going to enter straight into the Gungeon. I'm going to give you guys an overview of the first level, or chamber, whatever you wish to call it. Keep of the Lead Lord. So then with the first chamber here, it's a bit easier compared to the rest of them. You can pretty much rush through this, and most people usually do, especially if it's a speedrun of some sort. I'm not doing a speedrun. I have a timer up there just for recording's sake, which is a lot easier. But in the future, I probably will do speedruns for this game just because I enjoy it so much. I picked it up around April 10th or so. Came out on April 5th, actually. And it's overwhelmingly been a great game. I mean, many companies like IGN and all the other reviewing companies have given it good scores, around 8 and 9. And I feel that it deserves a score, and I feel it deserves a bit more than this score just because of the gameplay that it brings to the table compared to other roguelikes. There's another game out right now actually called Nuclear Throne, I think it is, and it's sort of similar to this game. Not exactly. This game has a bit more content in it compared to Nuclear Throne, but it's not as difficult. I feel that the difficulty in this game scales as you get to lower chambers, though. I mean, in the first chamber here, it's a piece of cake. You can usually run through this entire floor without losing any health. But, I mean, it's going to be dependent on how well you can dodge bullets and how well you know everybody's spray patterns for bullets and all that. Especially boss-wise. Because when you get to the second chamber and you're fighting bosses, it's a whole other wave of bosses compared to the first one, and they're all different. And same goes for the third and fourth and fifth and so on chamber. I just didn't know what I should have. This humongous dude is a bit hard to kill. It usually takes about a full 2 clips without missing. And we killed him. Oh, also, these right here, these are called teleporters. You can use them to travel around on the floor more easily, like here. easy, and then you can just go to areas that you haven't explored yet more easily, and find chests and the shop and all that other stuff a lot more easily too. Just kill these guys real quick. And honestly, I shouldn't have lost in half either. Ooh. Wow. That's kind of an uncommon thing too when you get a random chest. Cog of Battle, active reload. So, anytime I reload now, I have to hit it on that little cross right there, and I can get like a lower reload time then. You really gotta watch these kind of rooms where there's explosive barrels right next to where you spawn. And it's a lot more narrow so you can't dodge everything as easily. My favorite rooms by far are these kind of rooms where it's kind of like, it's sort of open, but then you have some blocks in the middle there to help block the enemy bullets and all that. And into the next room. And pretty much enemies in the first chamber here are mostly the bullet guys, shooting shotguns, automatics, and pistols. And then every now and then you'll get a book that shoots out letters at you, bullets, or these wizards that shoot different shapes, as in triangles, squares, circles, you know, general shapes, as you can see right there. And it's pretty easy to dodge their attacks too, which it should be since it is the first chamber. And down here actually is the shop. This big mustachy dude right here actually sells you really nice goods that you're going to be needing later in the game, as in blanks that can be used to block enemy bullets, armor that gives you extra health on top of your 3 hearts, ammo, pretty straightforward there, ammo for your guns, and then different items like this Gunk Knight Greaves, I don't know what these do, and there's usually items over here, and there's sometimes like a display case around here. It's all different stuff. And then with this guy right here, actually in the grate, I don't know exactly what you can do with him yet, but I'm assuming when you get later in the game, you will be able to do something with him and get items, or maybe do something for him or something along the lines of that. Again, I've only put 3 or 4 hours into the game, so I don't know too much about it right now. You really want to watch out for these grenade guys too when they come running at you. I'm not exactly used to this active reload stuff either, so I'm not using it too much. Get up there. Oh man, not expecting that. Yeah, reload again. Got him. Got the active reload. And we're already at the boss chamber there. I'm not going to go in there though. You'd rather go and get other guns that are more powerful so you can defeat the boss much more easily. Even if you have to go through more rooms with enemies. A lot of the enemies in the first floor here are getting really easy. Oh, and here's a perfect example of a book too. Shooting letters from the alphabet at me. A lot of the enemies here, I mean, they're just funny to look at. I mean, come on, you got bullets that have faces on them, you have books that shoot letters at you. I mean, it's just your general funny stuff. Especially with some of the guns, too. Some of the guns have some pretty funny properties to them, too. And that's one of the charms that I love about this game, just because, I mean, it's serious, but then it's also very charming and funny at the same time. And sometimes you come across rooms like this where there's nothing in here, and you can just wander around and just get out. Very rarely you come across those, though. What is this? Looks like it has a mermaid tail there on the end. The Siren. Mer shotgun. Oh, so it shoots like water almost. It shoots 3 bullets out like a regular shotgun, so it has spread too. And I think... oh no. We are still going on the first floor here. Just gotta go explore this area, and then we'll be out of Chamber 1, and we'll have to face the first boss. Pretty easy to kill these guys usually, especially the small bullet dudes. You can kill them with like 1 shot of a good gun on the first floor here. And then to get over these pits too, you want to dodge like that. Sort of like a jump almost. Ooh. Cool horn, I don't know what this does. Charm horn, Call of Duty. Let's see. Active reload. One blow on this horn will call those nearby to aid you. Oh, cool, so you can turn enemies into frenemies, actually. That can help you for a short amount of time, I'm assuming. Ooh, I don't want to go there. Meant to open the map there. And we're going to go to the boss room. Yep, everything's explored. Fingers crossed that it's the Raven, actually. He's the easiest boss to face. Nope, it is the double shot brothers, I'm pretty sure. Or the double shots. Sorry, the trigger twins. It's always different. Honestly, I'm terrible at names in this. Shotgun is very useful though right now, I can see. You really, with these two, you want to finish one of them off and then move on to the other. And you want to, with a shotgun like this, you want to get as close as you can to them so you can get off as many shots as you can with hitting them. Because if you're shooting at a distance like I am, you're only going to get 2 shots on them. 1 shot at most. Jeez. Unlucky. Yeah, this shotgun's really nice to have, though. And I'm not doing my best right now. I've done a lot better where I've gained, or where I've taken no damage at all on this first boss fight here. But again, that was against the Raid and a lot more easier. Oh, alright, and they're both dead. It's a pretty fast boss fight since I have the shotgun there. And usually with that, you get 2 items on the side of this giant pedestal. Usually on the pedestal is a weapon or an item that you can use. Ring of ethereal form. Hold on, let me get ethereal. Temporary incorporality? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, so I think you are invulnerable for a short amount of time? I don't know exactly. It's interesting. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it seems it's a pretty interesting item. But yeah, anyways, I'll give you guys a general overview of the weapons and items too. With the guns, there's a humongous list. And I mean humongous, probably 200 plus guns. And then with items, probably around 100 or so, maybe a little bit more. A lot. And enemies, tons of enemies. These are only a portion of them. And then boss-wise, tons of bosses too, which is even nicer. But yeah, again, this game is kind of like Nuclear Throne, but it offers a lot more of a variety. Gun-wise, and item-wise, and boss-wise, and enemy-wise, and all that stuff. But that concludes the first playthrough of Enter the Gungeon with you guys. I hope to see you guys again. See you guys.